Welcome back to another news recap, where we break down the biggest headlines you need to know. From President Biden's massive disaster relief proposal to a tragic loss in the ballet world, let's dive right in. Biden requests $98 billion for disaster relief. President Joe Biden has asked Congress for $98 billion in emergency funding to address recent disasters, including Hurricanes Helene and Milton. Here's the breakdown. $40 billion is earmarked for FEMA's Disaster Relief Fund to sustain recovery efforts. $24 billion would aid farmers and food assistance programs. Other allocations include $12 billion for housing recovery, $8 billion for highway repairs, and $4 billion for water system upgrades. Additionally, $3 billion is intended for healthcare services, $2 billion for small business loans, and $1 billion each for education and energy infrastructure. A further $500 million is set aside for debris cleanup and repairs in heavily affected areas. Speaker of the House Mike Johnson acknowledged the proposal, stating lawmakers would go to work evaluating the request. With disasters mounting, it's a crucial test of bipartisan cooperation. Pentagon fails audit for the seventh time. For the seventh consecutive year, the Pentagon has failed its full audit. Auditors were unable to account for much of the Department of Defense's $824 billion budget. While 9 entities passed inspection, major agencies like the NSA and DARPA received disclaimers of opinion, indicating a lack of sufficient data for assessment. The Pentagon highlighted progress, noting that 82% of its budget is now free of material weaknesses, up from just 7% 2 years ago. Officials hope to pass a full audit by 2028, but critics argue that financial accountability should be a higher priority given the scale of taxpayer funds involved. Trump's national emergency plan for mass deportations. President-elect Donald Trump has confirmed plans to declare a national emergency to assist in the mass deportation of individuals who entered the U.S. illegally. Trump hinted at using the Alien Enemies Act of 1798, typically reserved for wartime scenarios, to expedite deportations. Additionally, he may involve local law enforcement in immigration enforcement, with estimates suggesting over 11 million undocumented individuals reside in the U.S. The scope of this initiative would be unprecedented. However, critics are already raising concerns about potential violations of due process and the logistical challenges of such a massive operation. Finland investigates severed undersea cable. A telecommunications cable connecting Finland to Germany was severed earlier this week, disrupting data transmissions. Finnish authorities, along with cybersecurity and intelligence agencies, are investigating whether the incident was accidental or intentional. The timing is notable, coinciding with increased Russian military activity around undersea infrastructure and recent geopolitical tensions. While repairs are underway, the incident underscores vulnerabilities in global infrastructure and the rising risk of cyber and physical sabotage. Mariinsky principal dancer dies in tragic fall. Vladimir Shklyarov, a renowned principal dancer with St. Petersburg's Mariinsky Theater, has died after falling from a fifth-floor window. Shklyarov, celebrated for performances in classics like Swan Lake and Romeo and Juliet, was 38. His death occurred shortly before a planned spinal surgery, and initial reports suggest it may have been accidental. In 2022, Shklyarov publicly opposed Russia's invasion of Ukraine, stating his support for peace. Tributes are pouring in for the acclaimed artist, who leaves behind a legacy of exceptional talent and a grieving family. Ben & Jerry's sues Unilever over social mission interference. Ben & Jerry's has filed a lawsuit against its parent company, Unilever, alleging interference with its ability to address social issues. The ice cream maker claims Unilever blocked its efforts to advocate for Palestinian refugees, a ceasefire, and reduced U.S. military aid to Israel. This follows a 2021 controversy when Ben & Jerry's stopped selling products in Israeli-occupied territories, sparking legal disputes and investor backlash. Unilever, planning to spin off its ice cream business by 2025, denies the allegations. However, Ben & Jerry's insists the company's actions threaten its independence, a hallmark of its brand since being acquired in 2000. And that wraps up today's news recap. What are your thoughts on these stories? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates. Until next time, take care.